Music is my passion because music is in my veins, in my brain, in my soul. Music has been my life since I have 17 years old, and I play for 30 years professionally. My father was a musician, my grandfather was a musician, so I started very young, when I was 5 or 6 years old. I have a band for almost 30 years, and the name of the group was Amor y Paz, Mami, Peace and Love.
How did you pass music on through our family?
Well, the music is something that you're born with it. My grandfather was a musician, my father was a musician, and I am a musician, and I have a son. He's a very, very good musician. During my music way, I had to learn to play guitar. That was the basic. And bass, drums, now I'm playing keyboard. When I perform music, I believe that I am doing what I really like. When I perform music, I really don't see the crowd. I really enjoy what I'm doing because that's the most important thing I really like to do. Makes me feel like the time is not even past. I feel the same, I have the same feelings since I started until now. Now it's obvious that it's not the same, but I feel the same thing. Hi, my name is Jose Ambriz, and performance is my passion.
Well, I started DJing probably when I was 11 years old. My dad did it, so naturally it was just kind of like I'd go to his gigs, I'd be there, I'd kind of be his roadie. I was always doing the little things that he didn't want to do. I was in 7th grade and I got my first paid gig. I did a birthday party, and from then on just the whole process of booking the gig, getting ready for the gig, and then actually ultimately doing the gig, it just kind of felt like this is what I wanted to do. I think of starting something, booking it, preparing for it, and ultimately accomplishing it. I think that's what kind of keeps me going because it's always a new challenge. It's always a different crowd. On my 18th birthday, I booked my first club gig, and it was my first taste of being out there on my own, showing up and playing for people who I didn't know were really going to be there. I didn't know anybody, I didn't know the crowd, so that was my first taste of that. And again, it was a new experience. It was something new, and it was something I wanted. And after getting a good taste of it, I knew I wanted to continue.
Would you consider music being your passion?
Yeah, I mean, it keeps me going. It's definitely an outlet for me. It's a way for me to express how I feel through the music I play. Hey! Quiet on the set! I can hear you! I said sorry! You're just as much as part of the party as everybody else is, and for me at least, I'm having just as much fun as if I was in the crowd. And I'm up there dancing, having a great time. You rehearse through your head everything you're gonna do right before. You get those jitters out, and then ultimately you go out there and you just rock it. Hi, my name is Von Garth, and my passion is DJing and producing. That one's better.
Why is music your passion?
I think it's part of everything that I've always known from the time I was a kid till like the soundtrack of our lives is always to music.
How does music affect your life?
I think it's just part of it. I think it's a very important part of it. Kind of like any one of our senses. It's as far as sound. It's like looking out and seeing a nice picture. It's very important to us and to everybody in my family. It's just the time I was maybe 5 or 6. I was, singing and singing at parties and singing at weddings and anniversaries, and through my teenage years I played a little guitar and all that. I think it's just important, not just for us now, but for the generations before us and the generations after us. It's very important. So I think it's important to keep that in mind and keep it as part of our roots. Not only just me, I mean, my dad's been playing since forever, and even his dad, my grandpa, was a musician, and he played violin, and it's always been part of everything. And music's like just as important as anything else to us ever. So I think, you know, the reason we enjoy it is because it feels good to us to hear it, to feel it, and to know it. So, hi, I'm Jose Ambriz, and singing and playing guitar is my passion.
It's not really common for girls to DJ, but I kind of picked it up from my family, from my cousin being a DJ to my dad liking to do it as a hobby. Because I've always grew up around music, I kind of just picked up on it. When you make music, it's like you're creating something that no one has ever heard before. And when you're the first to hear it and then have people listen to it later, it's a good feeling to know that you're making someone else as happy as you are when you first hear it for the first time. I started DJing when I was about 14 years old, and I still continue to do it to this day, and it gets more and more fun as time goes by. What motivates me the most is probably my family being so much involved with music as well, because whenever we all get together, like at family parties or barbecues or anything, we get together and we all perform music, and we'll have my uncle singing and playing guitar, my cousin will be DJing, and my grandpa will be doing his thing and making music, and we just all come together and just put on a little show. Music has been in my family generation through generation, and I hope that it still continues. Music is my passion, my family is my passion, and when I get both of those things and put it together, it's just amazing. And music is in our blood through the Ambriz family, and it motivates us and keeps us going. Hi, my name is Demi, and music
Performance.
DJing and producing.
Singing and playing guitar.
is our passion. Don't look at me. Hi, my name. So, who would you consider your number one fan?
Probably this guy.
What song inspires you most?
When the punks try to get at you, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. When some get an attitude, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot.
Music has been through my family. Shit, I missed.